So today's upper body workout, we are going to start mostly on the floor. We're going to go through just a couple ranges of motion for our shoulders and for our upper body just to get set before we start doing all of our strength work and activation work. So to start off, I'm just going to go through some general ranges of motion. I'm going to have my elbows bent at my sides, and I'm going to raise up my elbows like this and down. I'm going to be cognizant that I don't elevate my shoulders, right? So we want to keep the shoulders down, just pull through the muscles on the top of the shoulder. This is getting our medial deltoid. We've done this several times before. So keeping the scapula down will help to activate the medial deltoid, or the middle of the shoulder muscle. So from the side view, it looks like this. Okay, next one we're going to do is just like a general upward rotation. So palms are going to be extended facing away from you, and then we're just going to come up like a snow angel type of a movement, or an upward rotation with the shoulder blades. I'm still thinking about keeping the shoulders away from my ears. So when we elevate the arm, I don't want to see that the shoulder comes up. We're not shrugging. Nice supported, stable upper back. The back muscles, are attached to our shoulder blades. Shoulder blades are doing a lot of movement right here. Okay, and then we're going to come back in towards the center. We're going to put one hand on the belly button, one hand just above the belly button. Elbows are still at my sides like this, and then I'm going to open up into an external rotation and then close. So the elbow stays where it is. The elbow does not get closer to my body or move further away from my body. So it's just a hinge really at that elbow. You should feel it in the posterior capsule of the shoulder. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as you open up your arms. Okay, and then we're going to do some protraction and retraction. So my hands are facing each other. I'm going to go this way so you can get a better view of my shoulders. I'm going to reach my shoulders away from me and then pull my shoulder blades back towards each other. So in this position, the shoulder blades are kind of separating, and then this one they come towards each other. Just be mindful of where your head goes, because a lot of times as we reach our arms forward, our head wants to go forward as well. Really reach in that forward position. You'll kind of feel how your chest kind of concaves a little bit. All right, we'll do a couple neck rotations and then we'll begin. So let's everybody bring your right ear to your right shoulder, and then your left ear to your left shoulder. We'll do that 2 more times on each side. So bend laterally to your right. Make sure we're not pulling the shoulder to the ear. We're just pulling the ear to the shoulder. Okay, now we're going to look right. So we're just rotating the neck. Look right, look left. 2 more times each way. Look right, look left. 1 more time. Look right, look left. Last one we're going to do is we're going to bring the chin downward to our right shoulder. So we're kind of looking down and rotating. And then I'm going to come back up, look at you, and then I will bring the chin to my left shoulder. Let's do 2 more times on each side. So your neck is going into a little bit of flexion here. So we're looking down, bending the neck, Very good. Okay, a couple little shoulder rolls and then we'll begin. So I'm going to go forward and backward with those shoulders. All right, so today to start off with, we're going to do 2 sets of some activation or accessory work for our upper body. Then we'll move into 3 sets of strength work, and then we'll move into 4 rounds of a conditioning piece with a little bit more core involved. So for the first movement, I'm going to use 2 5-pound dumbbells. We're going to be lying on our back doing a dumbbell fly. So I'm going to turn around so that you can see the position of my arms. So as I lay on my back, I will press the dumbbells up into like a chest press position. The thumbs are towards each other. The palms are facing away from me. I am going to slightly bend my elbow and allow my pinky to come towards the floor. So it's almost like, I'm holding like a jug of milk. Once I get almost to the floor, I rotate the palm towards the ceiling, and then I kind of do this hugging motion. So you can see my elbows have a slight bend in them. At this position at the top, I would then rotate my hands back to the starting position, little bend in the elbow, and we slowly descend. My hands are going to come slightly above my head. So my arms aren't down here. I know it's kind of hard to see from this angle, but you almost want to be reaching the dumbbells upward a little bit. We're going to do 10 of these, so if everybody wants to get started, I'll walk us through the first couple as well. So everybody in your starting position, dumbbells above your chest. Slightly bend the elbows. Go ahead and slowly descend those dumbbells to the floor. We're controlling with your chest muscles and your arm muscles. Rotate the palms upward and then hug those dumbbells towards each other. Rotate your hands back to the position that we had them, palms facing away. Slowly descend the dumbbells to the floor. When you get almost to the floor, rotate palms up and squeeze. That was number 2. Nice and slow on the way down. 3. 4. I am making sure that my shoulder stays down the whole time. It's not popping up. At this position at the top, I have a nice scapular stabilization, so I can feel my scapula kind of hugging the floor. I've got 2 more. Very good. Okay. I'm going to set one dumbbell aside and I'm going to lie on my side. So we're going to be doing a side lying Powell raise. I'll demonstrate first and then we can do it together. So I'll be using the 5-pound dumbbell. My knees are bent, my tummy is tucked. The dumbbell will start above me like this. I will lower the dumbbell slowly to the floor. The dumbbell is in line with my nose at the bottom position. Without touching the dumbbell to the floor, I'll pause and then I pull with my scapula back up towards the ceiling. We're going to do 10 on each side. So lots of scapular control here. So the shoulder blade or the scapula can come forward a little bit when we go down, and then it retracts or comes closer to the spine as we pull it up to that vertical position. I've got 5 more. My shoulder is definitely getting tired. We never want to overload this with too much weight. Keep the elbow relatively straight. And this is my last one on this side. So finish up your 10 and then switch sides. Again, my knees are bent. I may extend this top leg here just to support me, and I'm tucking my pelvis upward so that my lower back is in a good position. I will start with that dumbbell up and slowly descend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 more, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Very good. Okay, so I'm gonna grab both dumbbells and I will lie on my back for the fly. The first movement we did. All right, we're gonna do 10 to 12 of these. So if everybody's ready, you can go ahead and begin. Remember, palms are facing your legs in the starting position. Make sure your chin is in a good alignment. Chin is tucked slightly. Bend the elbows. Slowly descend the dumbbells to the floor. Pinkies are leading the way. Rotate the palm up when you get almost to the floor, and then hug those dumbbells towards each other. You should feel this in the pecs, closest to the armpit. I always like the way down though. The way down feels like a really good stretch in that chest. You should feel it all the way into the top of the arm because our pec minor, which is what we're stretching now, actually attaches on the humerus, the arm bone. So that's why we feel that little bit of stretch right down here on the arm. And hopefully, if you're doing it right, your chest muscles are kind of shaking at the top. Mine are a little bit, getting nice and fatigued. I'm going to do 2 more. Very good. All right. I'm going to flip over to my side and we'll start those side lying powell raises for your scapula. So find your tucked position. Make sure your lower abs and your pelvis are engaged. Start with that arm up and slowly descend that arm. The arm protracts a little bit or moves away from your spine on the way down. And then you retract or pull back that shoulder blade on the way up. Got about 2 more on this side. Very good. When you're done with 10 to 12, switch sides. Okay, whenever you're set, go ahead and get started. Two, three, four, 5, 6. Just like a lot of these movements that we do, the downward motion is the most important motion. Shows that we can control the joint. I've got 2 more. Very good. Okay, grab a drink if you need to. I'm going to start demonstrating the next 3 movements. So we'll do them together. So I'll demonstrate the first one and then we'll do it together. So the first one is going to be an elbow on knee external rotation. So just like the title says, we're going to place that elbow on your knee. We want to make sure that the elbow is only a couple inches lower than the shoulder. So if your knee is too far away from you, you can see that my elbow is pretty low to my shoulder. So I'm going to bring that knee up a little higher so that my elbow's in a better position. I'll use my opposite hand to push off of the floor to keep my spine nice and stacked, because we don't want to be slunched forward or slouched in this position. So palm is going to be facing away from us, or facing to the left hand side here. Keep your wrist really strong and neutral, so the wrist shouldn't be in extension or flexion. It should be nice and neutral, so a good strong grip. And we will just slowly lower the dumbbell so it comes just below the knee, and then we externally rotate back up to that neutral position, or vertical position, sorry. So just be careful on the way down. Your shoulder is coming into internal rotation, which is important, but we don't want the shoulder blade to dump forward like that. So we want to still keep the shoulder blade kind of in a really strong position within the socket. I should say the head of the humerus is in a good position of the socket, not the shoulder blade. And again, the downward position is very important. I'm going to do 2 more. Very good. Switch sides. All right, get that knee placement where you need to so that your shoulder is just a couple inches lower, or your elbow is just a couple inches lower than your shoulder. And then begin nice and slow on that descent and back up. Chest is tall. Head is in a good position. Charlene, if you need to do this in a lying down position, like on your side, you can do that. Also, we've done that before. That might be a little bit easier for the shoulder. And then also make sure, that we're not bouncing from the bottom. Sometimes if we're not quite paying attention, we'll kind of bounce it off of the bottom, and you always want to be able to control every position. So meaning that bottom position as well, we can come to a slight pause or a controlled stop before you externally rotate back up. I'm gonna do one more. My shoulder's definitely getting tired. Very good. Okay, shake out those shoulders. We're gonna go into a single arm lateral raise. So I'm gonna be in a kneeling position. If you wanna sit, you can. If you wanna stand, you can. So the lateral raise, we're gonna do it one arm at a time. I'm going to use my left hand and just place it gently on top of my right shoulder so that I can feel the space in between my shoulder joint so I don't jam or crank on my shoulder too hard. So my elbow will be slightly bent, and kind of like the medial raise, I want to think about really pulling with the shoulder muscles and not the neck muscles. So that's why I keep my hand here to kind of just pay attention. So I will raise that arm laterally. So this is the view from this side. Shoulder stays down away from my ear, and the view from this side would be like this. So palm is facing down, elbow is bent slightly, but the arm is pretty much in line with my body. And again, just kind of pay attention with this left hand. If you start to feel it creeping up into your neck, then maybe drop the weight if you are using a weight, or just stop, because that shows that your muscles are getting a little tired and they're starting to recruit other muscles. I'm gonna do one more because I'm starting to feel it in my neck. All right, switch sides. Hand on the opposite shoulder, elbow is bent slightly, good scapular and shoulder position, and raise up laterally. Make sure we're using the shoulder muscles. You'll feel the back of the shoulder, a little bit under that armpit, but it should be really focused on the top of the shoulder. I'm going to do two more because it's starting to creep into my neck. I have a 5-pound weight, so like a 3 or a 4 would probably be ideal for this movement. Okay, moving on, we're going to go into a mountain climber combination. So for those of you who remember this from last week, we're going to be moving our knee to 3 different points in this mountain climber variation. I'll show you from this position first. So I will bring my right knee to my right elbow. I will then move my knee to my left elbow. I will move my knee to the center of my body, and then I will push up. And then I would switch sides. So we're going to do 3 on each side. If everybody's ready, we'll go ahead and begin. Charlene, you're going to do dead bug. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Right knee to right elbow. Right knee to left elbow, right knee into the center, and push up. Switch sides. Left knee to left elbow, left knee to right elbow, left knee to the center, and push up. Go back to the right side. Left side. One more on each side. Oh, very good. Whew. Shake out those arms. And we're going back to our external rotations with your elbow on your knee. Again, make sure we're in a nice tall sitting position. If you need to prop yourself with a book or a pillow underneath your butt to get you a little taller, that would be helpful just so you can have a good spinal alignment. Okay, and when you're ready, it's a nice slow descent. Be mindful of that internal rotation. I've got about 3 more on this side. Very good. Switch sides when you've done about 10. I've got 3 more. Last one. Very good. Okay, we'll go into our lateral raise. Make sure you do the opposite arm with what we just finished. Give your shoulders a little second to rest. All right, and just remember to be mindful of your neck and your trap. 2, 3, your palm is facing the floor, but make sure your wrist is nice and straight. So we don't have any no bends in the wrist. Nice and slow on the way down. Susan, be careful with your right shoulder, okay? Don't let that shoulder blade come up at all. I'm gonna do 1 more because it's starting to go into my trap. Switch sides. Make sure you keep your neck nice and straight. Go ahead and place your hand on that shoulder and begin. It may help to kind of just pull your head back a little bit, kind of smush your head back so that your neck is in a really stacked, safe position. It can also help if you squeeze your dumbbell a little harder. That can help kind of strengthen the tendons around your elbow, actually. I'm gonna do 1 more because it's starting to go into my trap. Very good. Okay, shake it out. We go back to that mountain climber. Whew. All right. These mountain climbers feel very hard after we just did all that shoulder work. Okay, here we go. 3 times on each leg. 3, 2, 1. We'll begin with the right knee to right elbow, moves over to the left elbow, moves into the center, and we push up. Left knee to left elbow, move over to the right, and push up. Back to the right knee. Make sure your chin stays slightly tucked. We have 1 more on each side. Last one on the left. Very good. Okay, shake them out. We've got 1 more round, and then we move on to the final section. Okay, elbow is going to be on our knee for our external rotations. Last set. I know this shoulder stuff can get kind of mundane. It's very slow, but it's important. Nala wants to do the workout too, Louisa. I've got 2 more on this side. Very good. Switch sides once you've done about 10. Nice and controlled. Luisa's dog is sitting right in her lap when she's doing this, everybody. We've got 2 more. Very good. Okay, we'll go into those lateral raises for the last time. Start with the opposite arm that you just finished. Make sure you've got that supporting arm on your shoulder, just to be your little helper, your little guide. And begin when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Good, switch arms. One, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm only going to do 1 more because my trap is getting a little too involved. Very good. All right, finish up where you are, and we'll go into those last set of mountain climbers. All right, is everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go. Right knee to right elbow, move it over to the center, push up a little bit, left knee to left elbow, right elbow, center, push up. Left knee. We've got 1 more with each leg. Very good. Okay, grab a drink if you need it. I'm going to go over the next 4 movements, and we're going to go through those for 4 sets without much break. So the first one we're doing is a plank into a downward dog into a bear. So I will be in this position. I will push into downward dog, trying to get my heels to the floor, and then I will bend the knees and pull myself down into downward dog. I may need to shift around with my feet a little bit. I would then go back to plank, downward dog, and bear. So we'll do 6 of those. Second movement is going to be scap push-ups. So you can either be on your elbows or your hands. And with this one, we want to just make sure we're moving those scapula. So pushing them away, pulling them towards each other. So it would look like this. I would sink down, and then I'd push up. Sink down, and push up. Make sure we keep our chin kind of in when we do that one. We're going to do 10 to 12 of those. Then I will grab my lonely shoe here, and we're going to do bicycle crunches. So I am going to percussively alternate my legs like this. We'll do 20 times. And then we are going to finish with a row. So you can use the weights that we've been using. We're going to do a bent over row. I have a book bag that's about 40 pounds maybe. So I'm going to do the row like this. And we'll do 10 to 12 of those. So again, we're going to go through 4 sets of those, kind of keeping up the pace and moving right along. So if everybody's ready, we'll start with the plank downward dog bear. We're doing 6 of those. Okie dokie. And 3, 2, 1, begin. Plank, down dog, bear. Plank, down dog, bear. Plank, down dog, bear. So we get lots of shoulder movement, some hip movement. Your knees are bending and extending. I've got 2 more. 1 more. Push and bear. Very good. We'll go either onto your elbows or staying on your hands for your scap push-ups. If everybody's ready, we'll begin in 3, 2, 1, begin. Sink down, push away. Sink down, push away. Keep your head and your neck in a good position. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Grab your shoe for your bicycles. And we'll begin with 20. In 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The next time around, I'll make sure I go the opposite direction. Everybody stand up for your bent over rows. Grab whatever you're going to use. And begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1 more, 12. Very good. Set that aside. We're going to go right back down into our plank combination. Whew. All right, in 3, 2, 1, plank, down dog, bear. Plank, down dog, bear. Plank, down dog, bear. We've got 2 more. Make sure you get those calves stretched out. Push your heels to the floor. Very good. All right, we've got our scap push-ups next. Everybody either go onto your elbows or your hands. I'm going to do my hands this time. Kind of keep switching back and forth. And 3, 2, 1, begin. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. Grab your shoe for your bicycle. Try to remember which way you went last time and make sure you start over the opposite leg. Okay, and 3, 2, 1, begin. Very good. Stand up, grab your weight bag or your dumbbells. All right, in 3, 2, 1, bent over rows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Very good. We're halfway there. We're going back down to the plank. Keep moving. All right, here we go. Plank, downward dog, bear in 3, 2, 1. Plank, down dog, bear. Hopefully the more we do these, the more you're getting loosened up. Maybe you can find those heels, touch them to the floor, get those calves nice and stretched. I've got one more. Very good. Down onto your elbows or your hands for our scap push-ups. I'm gonna go back to my elbows. All right, in 3, 2, 1, begin. Protraction and retraction. Depress, push away. 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. Very good. Grab your shoe, right into our bicycles. And 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Very good. Stand up, grab your backpack or your dumbbells. All right, in 3, 2, 1, begin. We're doing 12. 2, 3, 4. Keep your back nice and flat. Keep your chin slightly tucked. One more. Very good. Okay, we've got one more round. Let's start with those planks. All right, in 3, 2, 1, plank, down dog, bear. Plank, down dog, bear. 3, 4, 5, one more, and 6. Good. Okay, last set of those scap push-ups. In 3, 2, 1, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. Grab your shoe. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Very good. One more of your bent over rows. All right, 3, 2, 1, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. All right, move everything to the side. Whew. We're gonna do one ELDOA, and we'll do a couple forward folds, and then we'll be done for the day. Grab a drink. So we're gonna do ELDOA T6, T7. We've done it before. It's the one, so T6, T7 is right in the middle of our back. We're gonna be in a cross-legged position. Make sure your knees are resting comfortably. Kind of find your sit bones, sit up nice and tall through that torso. Breathe. All right, so we'll all start in prayer position with hands in front of your chest. Remember, you're gonna pull your chin in, reach up tall through the crown of the head. The eyes are somewhere about a foot in front of your shins. We'll start by raising the hands to the head, to the top of your head. From this position, reach your elbows wide. Yep, feel how that expands your shoulder blade and kind of expands that middle to upper back. Now start to bring the arms up even higher. Fingertips need to stay together, but the base of the hand can come apart. And keep separating those elbows. So reaching wide with those elbows. I'm gonna sit forward a little bit more. I just found myself sitting back. Pull your chin back. Reach up through the crown of your head. Make sure your shoulders aren't shrugging up to your ears. 3 more breaths. And slowly lower your arms. Take a look at how your legs are crossed, and then we're going to crisscross them the other way. So whichever leg was on top will now be on bottom. Give yourself a second. We'll do it one more time. All right, find your seated position. Hands at prayer position, tuck your chin, pull your head back, bring the hands to the top of your head, reach your elbows wide. Go ahead and start to elevate those arms, reach those arms up, but keep the shoulders down. Reach those elbows wide. Keep checking on your spinal alignment. If you find yourself falling backwards, lean forward. Nice big rib cage movement. Keep reaching wide with those elbows. We've got 2 more breaths. And slowly lower your arms. Everybody can stand up. We'll do 2 forward folds, nice and slowly. All right, so make sure your feet are underneath you nicely. Go ahead and tuck your chin, roll your shoulders forward, start to fall towards the floor. Your spine is rounding. Slowly unwind, round yourself back up to a vertical position. One more. Tuck your chin, let your shoulders fall forward, your spine starts to round. And unwind when you're ready. All right, very good, everybody. Nice upper body day.